Clearly
Off
topic.
Two friends,
One unique conversation.
driven to learn, inspire, create, and understand.
All right, okay, listen. We're just trying to be good humans and make the world a better place.
How hard could it be?
Hey guys! I just scared the crap out of Lucy, Juliet's dog. I said, hey guys, and she jumped.
She was like, what?
Hi guys, I'm Lindsay.
I'm Juliet, and this is Lucy, who's quiet.
And I'm super bad at introductions today.
All right, well, it's summertime, and we're excited.
It's not summertime. It's definitely spring, but it's
gonna be
California,
summertime.
so it's going to be summertime real soon.
It's always summer in California.
It's basically
Let's
summer.
not lie.
Except for this year, it was rainy as all hell.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was ridiculous.
Well, summertime / springtime /
is coming.
It's coming.
It's like winter, but it's coming, and it's summer.
And it's not gonna suck like the Game of Thrones ending. Okay.
Okay, no spoilers
Winter
here.
never came. Okay.
Winter literally came for one day.
It was the
It was here
shittiest.
for one day.
Ugh.
Anyway.
All right, so we want to talk about travel because in the summertime, people travel a lot.
We love to travel.
We love to travel. I hate the actual traveling part, but I love adventure.
Yeah, Juliet, that's new development, though.
It is a new development, but we're working on it. So we want to take this episode. We wanted to tell you like how to book your travel. What's the hippity hops on the booking of the travel, and then packing. Lindsay's got some crazy ideas for packing that you're gonna love.
We love packing.
And then travel tips. So we have like some travel do's and don'ts, but also some tips. If you are a scared flyer like me, I've got some tips for you that really helped me out on my last trip. And also Southwest Airlines, I have a problem with their booking and seating, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so, all right. Well, let's start off with okay, Juliet and I have been really poor before, and you kind of have to know when to book your flights if you want to get the best deal. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. Okay, so depending upon what you're doing, know that flying in the middle of the week is always better than on the weekend.
Yes,
right?
Always.
Obviously, if you're flying somewhere for a holiday, don't fly on the holiday.
That used to be okay, and now it's the secret's out.
Secret's out, and too many people know about it, so don't fly on the actual holiday. What I will say is that sometimes, in cases, searching for 2 one-way fares is actually better than searching for a round-trip ticket.
That's so much work, but I get why it's less expensive. It's more work on your...
I mean, you can literally have 2 tabs open and do that at the exact same time.
I have 25 tabs open
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
so you're right. I can totally do that.
Juliet is that meme where it's like, I have 25 tabs open, I don't know what's going on in my life, and I have no idea where the music's coming from, or whatever that thing is.
Oh,
that is Juliet all the time.
That's Lindsay all the time, too, don't
That's
I?
true. I have a lot of tabs open. Okay,
so we can add 2 more. Okay.
Yeah. So searching for one-way fares is a really good way to get a better deal sometimes. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is, but it's always good to check, especially if you're flying somewhere really far away. Also, if you're going like 2 people at the same time, search for the tickets separately. For some reason, sometimes they just will mark up if you're trying to get seats together.
Such jerks.
It's really weird. And you can still pick your seats next to each other, obviously.
Not if you're on Southwest. I digress.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we don't like Southwest, but they're really cheap, and I travel Southwest quite a bit. But searching for flights midweek, not flying on actual holidays, looking for 2 one-way fares instead of necessarily a round-trip ticket, and planes tend to be the emptiest on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So if you must fly on a day, I'd say midday Saturday, on the weekend is your day.
Nobody wants to be flying then.
Yeah, exactly. No, everybody wants to be having a good time.
Yes.
Obviously, now there's no real ways to get upgrades and stuff. When I first started traveling, you could just get upgraded randomly.
Never been upgraded. I feel wronged.
Well, it's because honestly, now all the flights have all these crazy points systems and stuff, so you can't just get upgraded for being a random person. My mom used to get upgraded all the time because she was a million-mile flyer. Yeah. And so that was a big deal. We got free tickets in business class when we went to Thailand. It was super awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Next time I go to Thailand, it's going to be the worst.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's a really long flight.
It's very long.
So, anyway, just, I guess those are kind of things to know when you're booking flights and you're trying to save a little bit of money.
A lot of times, the way gas prices are, people are like, well, I'll just drive. Think of the implications of the amount of time you have to take off work or to get there, and then how much gas is. And there's a cool, nifty calculator online somewhere. You can find it, I'm sure. where it calculates the airfare and
versus like
the
driving.
gas. And sometimes they're pretty close, sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
So that's how you book your travel.
And that's how you know if getting on an airplane is worth it when you're Juliet.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I know all her tricks.
That's why I check. I'm like, can I drive there? Even though it's dangerous. I know, guys. I know it's
Juliet's
more
ridiculous. She thinks airplanes just fall out of the sky. They don't.
Okay,
like,
guys.
FYI, airplanes do not fall out of the sky.
Some airplanes have fallen out of the sky.
Turbulent. Okay, no, that is by some idiot making them fall out of the sky. That is not. Airplanes don't just fall out of the sky because of turbulence. They don't.
Okay, we're gonna get to safety
Yes.
soon. Okay, so I want to learn. I mean, I pack. I feel like I do a great job of packing, but I inevitably want to bring more than I end up bringing. So
yeah,
Lindsay
always.
has got some really cool packing tips for us. She has cube packing.
Okay,
I roll my clothes. Okay,
Yeah.
I roll everything into little sausages, and I carefully put my shoes in first, and then I put in my toiletries, and then I roll my clothes, and I try to make like a pinch pot, like a clay sculpture, and then I still can't close my bag. So Lindsay, what am I doing wrong?
Okay, so first off, packing cubes. These things are the best thing ever. Yeah, look it up right now, packing cubes. Okay, so packing cubes have changed my life. I never thought that I would ever use them. They are so fucking useful. So first off, you can separate out by outfits. There's like, basically when you buy a thing of packing cubes, there's like, I think mine has like 8 different cubes, and they're all of like a variety of sizes.
They're
and you
cute.
can put whatever they have a bunch of different colors and stuff. You can put whatever you want in there, okay? I tend to use mine for clothes, so I use like the little tiny one for underwear. I use another one that's smaller for bras. I just basically use them for whatever. The big one is where I put like jeans or jackets, or I mean, I don't really normally put jackets in there, but jeans, pants, leggings, sweatshirts, that type of stuff. So these packing cubes have really changed because you can then do your little roll method, but when you get to the place inside of the packing cube, exactly. So when you get to wherever you're going, instead of having to unpack your entire suitcase to find that one thing, you pull out the thing that has all your shirts in it, and then you open it up, and you're like, this shirt, okay, close it back up. Okay, this top, this pair of underwear, these pair of socks.
That makes sense.
So it's like, it basically sections out your bag, and you can use as many or as few as you want every time. But, I mean, now I will sometimes go to a music festival with one packing cube of clothes.
Oh, yeah, because then you can set... Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I almost have me sold on these. I'm already looking at them on Amazon. What it brought up was, I was like, man, Lindsay and I, we haven't traveled a lot together too far.
No.
And I think that we'd be good travelers because our personality matches with the way that we travel.
Yeah.
But I feel like when we show up at the airport, we're going to look very different.
Yes, very different.
So how do you show... Like, what is your... When you get to the airport with your bags, what happens with you?
Okay, so I typically have a backpack that has like my computer in it because I'm not allowed to ever be away from my computer. Thanks, Dad, aka my boss. So I'm never allowed to be away from the computer. So it's got my computer in it. I have way too much shit on the airplane. First off, like way too much stuff, way too much. So depending upon how far I'm going and how long I'm going for, I try to always just bring a carry-on. Like I really try not to like.
We're not so different.
No, yeah, I don't like to deal with shit. Like, just so much stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Like, even when we were when we went on our, like, week and a half trip to Europe, I only took a carry-on. Because I was like, listen, I'm going to be in different cities. I can wear the same shirt 3 times. Like, I really don't care. Yeah. But, you know, I did kind of wish I had brought a different pair of shoes once I got to Mallorca. Because it was, like, 70 degrees as opposed to, like, 50 in London.
Yeah, when you're traveling in multiple... We're going to get back to packing in a second.
Yeah.
But I was the same way. So I've traveled a lot, but I've been to Europe. We were in Europe for 3.5, 4 weeks. I brought a backpack and a carry-on.
Yeah.
And my carry-on converted to a backpack, so I could put my backpack on the back, or my carry-on on the back, my back, and then my backpack on my front. So I looked like a turtle or something. But I'm that person that shows up to the airport and I've got my carry-on. I'm wearing like the biggest shoes and I have like 7 jackets on because I didn't put them in my suitcase.
I didn't want to put them in my suitcase. Yeah, I always have like, you know,
so many
basically
jackets.
I'm like, I'm going to use this one as a blanket and this one as a pillow and this one's actually going to be on my body in case I'm cold.
It's so crazy.
And the airplane's always hot.
It's always hot. It's always hot. Okay, so what tips do we have? We're getting back to packing, I promise, guys.
We're all over the place. We're just off topic.
We're all over the place. But this happened to me when you went to Europe for a week and a half. You went to Spain.
We went, my husband would not let me cross the pond.
Oh yeah, we had to go to Liverpool
without going to a Liverpool game.
Yeah.
So we had to make a pit stop on our way to Spain.
It's not even close.
Yeah, not even close. But and also like getting to Liverpool is not easy.
Yeah, you have to go to London.
You have to like go to London
drive,
and
right?
then no, we had to take a train,
Oh,
which
goodness.
was also fine. But after 9.5 hours on a plane, you're just like, get me out of here. I want to go home. You know?
Yep. So you went to several different countries. When I went to Europe, we were there for a month, basically.
Yeah.
And we went from Greece all the way up to Germany. The temperature differences, like in Greece,
Is insane.
no one's wearing any clothes.
Nobody's wearing any clothes.
Because it's Greece.
Yeah, that was Majorca for us. Like
get
Majorca, Ibiza, all those islands off the coast of Spain. Like we were there and we're like, oh, I can't wear my boots here.
Yeah, you literally go to the beach and no one is wearing
No
a
one's
bathing
wearing
suit.
clothes.
I was like, I brought so many bathing suits for no reason. So yeah, no one wears any clothes in those places. And then you go to, where was it cold for you?
London.
In London, it was
Fucking
cold. And I went
it
to
was
Germany.
really cold in Liverpool too, I guess.
We had to buy jackets. It was snowing.
Oh no, so I had gotten a jacket specifically like for when we went to Canada because it was going to be like February in Canada, which is so cold. So I brought that jacket to London, but then like by the time we left London, I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah, because now
Like
it's warm.
I didn't need it in Barcelona. I didn't need it anywhere in Spain. I didn't need it in any of the islands. Like I didn't need it anywhere. Except for that stupid Liverpool game, which was really
Yeah.
fun. I love Liverpool, but like I was so mad that we had to stop there.
It was such
also,
a detour.
I'm just so sorry about this cold I have. It's not really
Oh,
a
yeah, her
cold.
voice
It's
is
called
all weird.
post EDC. And then there's been so much wind here.
There's
My
been a lot
allergies
of
are, like,
wind.
my allergies are like deathly right now. Anyway, so
So that's why Lindsay's voice is crazy.
yeah.
So when you're traveling places that are going to have multiple temperatures,
Yes.
that you know are going to have multiple temperatures, I was very surprised by my multiple temperatures. I had to buy a jacket.
Juliet's that person that doesn't check the weather.
I checked it in Greece. I was like, it's going to be beautiful. So just wear your biggest clothes on the plane. I think that's like
Yeah,
a duh,
that's
but
a
some
big
people
thing.
might not know that. So if you're going to pack boots and you're going to pack
Wear
a
'em on the
jacket,
plane.
wear them on the plane. When you get to your hotel, you can always undo some
Undo
things and whatever.
things, yeah.
Okay, so there's other packing techniques as well.
All right, so I found this article a little while ago about it's basically a flight attendant who's like, here's a bunch of weird packing tips that I've learned from all of my flight attendant friends. So first off, put your shoes into shower caps
So that they're not
so
dirty.
they're not dirtying everything.
I stepped in dog poop while I was traveling one time, and I was like, I have to put these back in my bag
No,
eventually.
you don't. No, you don't. You're not putting those back in your bag. So anyway, yeah, shower caps that you can find in hotels can act as those. They're really cheap. You can also get them, I'm sure, like CVS, Walmart, anything
Dollar
that's
store.
around you, dollar store. You can also fit things into your shoes. The picture that's in this article
It's
that
really
I'll
cute.
post is really cute. They have shirts in there. My feet smell way too bad for that. I typically put like my perfume bottles or anything like
yeah.
that that's like kind of breakable or like a little aerosol. I'll put it in there.
Or you could put another shower cap inside the shoe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So many
that's
shower
just so
caps.
many shower caps. So yeah, so that's really interesting. Just think about where you're placing things in your bag, right? If you're gonna bring a hat, make sure you can fit something that's in your bag into the hat, so that you're using up all of that space.
Tetris, guys. Tetris.
It is like Tetris. There's some really ridiculous things in here that I'm not even gonna bring up, except for this one because it's the most ridiculous. Fold all of your clothes into one big bundle.
No.
How is that a packing tip?
That is a non-tip.
That is a non-tip. So people do, I do this. If you are traveling with hair products and you're putting them in those little tiny bottles that you can bring, undo the bottle, open it, I use a plastic bag and I reuse them. So make sure you're reusing your plastic bags. Do not throw them away. But if you put the plastic bag in between the lid and where it's sealing together, if it expands or anything like that, it's not going to get all over everything.
So you don't want to pull it taut. You kind of just lay it on there and then screw the top on so there's some flexibility there. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So basically you just like put a little, put some plastic over it. That really helps. You can put them in a plastic bag too, but sometimes those plastic bags will leak. It's better to just use the plastic as the barrier.
I love that straw idea.
Yeah, okay, so the necklace straw idea. If you've never heard of this is a really fun one. Basically, take a plastic straw and you slide one side of your necklace through it and then re-latch the necklace together so that they don't get all jumbled up.
Because then you get to your destination and you have one big piece of bling and you can't wear it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a giant bundle. So that's a really good one. I really like that. And then a lot of the other tips that I have are really just about making sure that you're using things that can be used in multiple outfits, right? So if you're going to go on a trip and you don't want to pack heavy, Make sure that your pair of jeans matches 4 or 5 of the tops that you're wearing. Or that outfit can be transformed into a nighttime outfit by adding a different pair of shoes or a necklace or like some other sort of flair. Like I will reuse things constantly when I'm on vacation. Like I bring 1 pair of jeans when I go on vacation. I don't bring like 3.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Don't pack statement pieces, I suppose. Or if it's just like statement shoes or a jacket. Just pack one statement piece or one statement necklace. Because when you're traveling, you also don't really care how you look. Like, I get the Instagram culture, but it's not, you can still make things look new and fresh without packing a lot of junk.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's just some other things that I was going to talk about.
The rubber band over the book.
Yeah, so if you put rubber bands over your books, they don't get bent. That doesn't really happen to me because I travel with a backpack. Yeah. But I know other people travel with purses and things of that nature. So putting rubber bands over the end of your book, you know, like when you had those journals when you were a kid and it had the little like rubber band over the end, that type of a thing.
Make sure you have a thick enough rubber band.
Yes. But yeah, and then carrying or wearing your heavier items.
Yeah, especially if you're doing travel in wintertime. Yeah, you can take like 3 things with you, so because everything is so thick.
Exactly.
Just carry on as much as possible that on your body, like shoes, your socks, like all of that nonsense.
Yeah, the packing cubes are a big deal. And then just making sure that you're, you know, just being cognizant of what you bring. There's also a lot of weird things.
There's a lot of weird things that people are saying.
Pack.
I like the prep, so I also get really into the prep of your travel. So, like before I travel, I make sure that I've done like a face mask and I moisturize my face a lot because it's gonna be very dry. I try to drink an extra amount of water. Like the week before I travel, I try to drink more water than usual, and then the day of travel, if I can, I try to really, really preload on the water because it just makes you feel better when you land.
Yeah, it's true.
And then if you're gonna drink before or on the plane, which a lot of people do, which now I'm a fan of because we'll get to that, but that is going to dehydrate you so much more. So just be very cognizant of your dehydration level because that's going to make your whole day suck if you're dehydrated.
Yep. And then something else that's a big thing that I always do, no matter where I'm going, nice hotel or not nice hotel, is I bring my own pillowcase.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Because I am so scared of other people's pillowcases. I don't know. It's like a really weird thing.
Did you watch a thing?
Like, no. Okay. Well, I mean, first off, my husband used to work in hotels. I'm not going to tell you which ones. But if a bed doesn't look like slept in, it doesn't always get changed.
Oh.
So if the person before you
gross
made the bed well enough and they don't notice it, it might not get changed.
What, because people just get hotel rooms and don't sleep in the bed? Is this common? Like people are just showing up at hotel rooms sleeping on the floor?
I assume it's the ones that are more like double beds, like 2 double beds in a room.
Oh, you're smart.
But still, I know the disgusting things that happen in hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And maybe we can have Joel on someday to tell you some of his horror stories, because there was one time that as a manager, he had to tell somebody to take their sex swing down.
I remember
because
that
it was bothering the person below them.
He was making too much noise.
Yeah. Yeah, and he asked for 5 more minutes.
I love people. I love and I hate people. I love that guy.
So yeah, some people bring their own pillows. That's a pain in the ass if you're traveling on an actual plane. So I like to bring a pillowcase because it just makes me feel a little more protected.
That's such a good idea. I'm going to start doing that because I didn't think about that at all, and now I'm basically concerned. Have the germs of 1,000 million people on my face.
You definitely do.
Just for my last trip. All right, so make sure you're comfortable getting to the airport, you're getting enough time and all this nonsense. So for people like me, okay, let's get to Southwest Airlines really quick. I've got a gripe with you. You're a fine airline. Why the open seating?
Because they want to make you pay money to be in the A group.
The A group is 2 rows. That's their first class. You don't even get extra leg room.
No,
I'm going to tell you right now, there's no extra leg room.
The A group is actually just a boarding group.
That's so dumb. You don't get anything else.
You get nothing. You just get to get on the plane. No, you just get on the plane first.
It is so stupid.
It's really dumb.
So I didn't realize that you had to check in, and the time that you could check in
depends upon what time you get to get on the plane.
Which is stupid for so many reasons, because not everyone has a smartphone. Mm-hmm. Okay? A lot of people do, but not everybody does. And older people don't know that you have to get an email and then take that email and check in. Like, they're so used to just going to the airport and getting their ticket, right? Mm-hmm. Like, my dad just figured out how to get the scanner on his phone, and it was game-changing. I didn't know you had to check in early for Southwest. I get boarding group Z. Like,
Where
I am the last person to board the damn plane.
They're like, Juliet, you can now board the plane.
I'm like, what? Dan boarded before? Like, what the heck's happening? It's the worst. So Southwest, I dislike that. And then you don't have first class, which I don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, yay, there's no first class, but also, why don't you have a first class? And they don't serve food. They give you Ritz crackers. It's fine.
Sometimes it's not even Ritz crackers.
No, it's like these fake
the biscuits.
It's fake Ritz. Oh, the biscuits. Yeah, those are good. But there's like a Ritz knockoff I had this past trip.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you were going to Missouri.
That was the state of food in Missouri. They based everything. I ate biscuits. There's nothing vegetarian there.
Yeah, that was me in South Carolina with my sister. I was like, oh great, biscuits again.
Biscuits again. I love biscuits and jelly.
Biscuits and eggs and jelly.
Oh yeah, I did have some eggs. I did manage to find some eggs. But anyway, I get nervous, and Lindsay and I have talked about this. She doesn't, but I do not like flying. I had a traumatic flight experience. Not like
she really did. It was honestly really traumatic.
Like, it was traumatic.
She basically got all the way to the destination, and they're like, "The storm's too bad. We got to turn around, or we're going to run out of gas."
Yes. Who tells the people this? I like communication. I like when the pilots talk to me. I'm a very attentive flyer. I'm like, "What did they say?" I will do it all. I'm like, I write it down. It's bad. So, like, did he say something different? Okay. But yeah, anyway, traumatic experience. Plane couldn't land because the wind shear, and we tried to land 3 times. It was awful.
Well, also,
it was
like,
raining.
Los Angeles was flooding.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably
it was
unsafe
a bad storm.
Really bad storm hit LA. LA didn't know how to act, and then we had to fly to Vegas, and then anyway, it was a long story. But I'm not a happy flyer.
No,
so I get
Juliet
there.
hates flying.
It's terrible. I want to sit next to the window because I get vertigo. Like, if I look down the plane, I'm like, we're crashing for sure. I don't know why. Looking at the plane makes me think we're going to crash. But if I look out the window and I see that I'm 40,000 feet above the ground, I'm like, everything's great.
Everything's going to be okay. I'm just way up here.
But if I can see the ground, I'm like, dope, great. So what I did this past trip, which really helped me.
Yes.
And,
all right. So I also like to really like pick on Juliet, and I'll send her like how to be not nervous during a flight, and it's like, make a stress ball.
Zero help. I was like, what the heck is this, Lindsay?
You're welcome.
She's like, you're welcome. Yeah, that's I think what you texted back. And I was like, am I supposed to do this?
I'm like, yeah, get the little water beads.
I'm trying to make a freaking stress
make
ball.
Make some slime.
This is stressing me out. Making slime. What am I, 12?
Yeah. You are.
So
You're scared to fly on an airplane.
The 12-year-olds love it. They're like, yay, turbulence, free roller coaster. Oh, yeah. So then my flight, I'll tell you about it later. Okay, so going to Kansas, and this time I was prepared. I had music, so I played Beck has a great album called Morning Phase, which is just really ethereal, beautiful, relaxing music.
It's beautiful.
It's so pretty. So I'll put my headphones in before we even take off, and then as we're taking off, I listen to like this really calming, beautiful music, and I try to deep breathe, and I think, Juliet, this is the only time you have to meditate. You better do it right now.
You better do it right now.
And so I sit there and I meditate, and I talk to God. I'm like, hey, can we like get there? That'd be great. And that's my little ritual for takeoff. Then when I'm up in the air, I hate it the most because it's so boring. And I make sure I have so much music, or I have so many movies, and you can play it on your phone, you can bring your tablet, whatever. But what helped, and everyone knows to do that, okay, I get it. This time, on the way there, I had a beer before I flew.
Oh yeah, always have a beer before you fly.
I didn't realize that was such a,
it's a depressant.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it was such a help.
Oh yeah.
It was such a help. If you're not of drinking age, I'm sorry. I have another thing for you if you're not of drinking age. But had a beer, and it actually really, really helped. It made me relaxed. And chill, and I just got to my destination and everything was fine, and everything was hilarious too because you're a little bit more drunk up there, so it was more fun.
Yeah.
On the way back, I wanted to try a different way, so I tried Gaba Gaba, which is kind of like Kava Kava.
Yeah.
I know it sounds really weird, guys. Kava Kava, Gaba Gaba, they're both like herbal relaxation things. Yes. And I took like a half dose of them. They're all legal, by the way. So who wants to be high on a plane? That would suck. No, they're all legal.
I do.
Just makes you relax. Lindsay's fine being high anywhere. I'm a mess. So I took avocado, and I took, because I read on Melina Charis's blog,
Ooh,
Wild Wellness.
Former guest.
I read on her blog that she uses essential oils when she travels. And because I didn't realize, everything smells weird.
Yeah, it smells terrible.
And we're being overloaded by sights and smells and sounds that are foreign, and that's why we were up elevated and we're scared. So I had so much lavender oil on me. It was
just like
kind
poured
of
all over your
ridiculous.
face.
Yeah, I made some before I left. Like I made my own, and I'm on the plane. I'm like deep breathing, like over here covering myself with lavender, like my face, and the lady next to me is like, "What is happening to this girl?"
Oh my god!
And then I wore a hoodie, and I put the hoodie up around my face, and I put on in my earbuds and listened to music, and that was just about as calming as a beer. A little bit more effort, but it was. I highly recommend the hoodie.
Yeah, having a hoodie is really important for me on a flight.
If you can't do any of the other things I did, hoodies and beers, perfect. But yeah, hoodie, it's like you're not going to have that weird air blowing on you. You're going to be warm, and you don't have to look at anyone around you. Hoodie is almost essential to my travel tips at this point.
Also, like, are you that person who shows up to the airport, like, fully dressed and, like, ready for the day? Or are you, like, in your pajamas?
I'm in my pajamas.
I'm in my pajamas.
The most comfortable clothes possible. I have no makeup on. I might have a face mask on. Like, I will show up and be like, I want to be moisturized.
Night mask, just all over the face.
I want to do that. I want to do, like, if I ever fly, like, an over 6-hour flight again, I will. But, like, at some point, I'm going to wear a face mask because it's so, like,
it's so nice.
And it's so drying if you don't. And make sure if you're in a flight that's over 4 hours that you get up and walk around.
Yeah, definitely get up and walk around. Oh, hello, Lucy. Lucy loves to fly.
Juliet
takes her dog carrier out, and Lucy, like, goes apeshit crazy. She's like, "Oh my god, where are we gonna go?"
She loves it. So yeah, if you have an animal and that's calming to you, getting an emotional support animal certification, if that's something you're into,
is pretty expensive.
It's expensive, but it does help. Lucy used to fly with me a lot, and then I let her certification become non-certified, like whatever the expiration date. But she was a good little flyer. She'd sit there and look out the window and be like, "I need to go pee. Can you let me out?" I'm like, "Can't. Sorry. Can you see the ground? Because it's down there.
It's way down there."
So those are our travel tips. You got anything else you want to
add? Honestly, just have a good time.
Yeah.
Planes do not fall out of the sky.
Turbulence is just bumps in the road.
Just bumps on the road. Like, this is my big thing, and I've been flying since I was literally an infant. When I was young, we used to just travel with my mom for her job, because why not? Went to really cool places.
Portable.
Yeah, kids are super portable. You can take them wherever you want. So, like, me and my dad used to go to, like, Disneyland. My mom would, like, go to a business meeting.
That's for your mom.
It's okay. It's going to be me. Joel and the kid are going to be at Disneyland, and I'm going to be like, great, stuck here at this trade show.
Wonderful.
But anyway, so just know that, turbulence is bumps in the road. I have talked to multiple pilots. Planes do not fall out of the sky because of turbulence, Juliet. They don't.
All right, so my trip back, the one where I didn't have a beer, but I just had a hoodie and lavender oil. We were flying out of Kansas City Airport, and there were extreme thunderstorms. Our flight was delayed a bunch of hours. The most smoothest takeoff. I've never been in a smoother takeoff. It was just silk. It was so wonderful. And we get above the clouds, and I thought we were going to crash. Like, it was like instant. All of a sudden, we were in the very high turbulent clouds. And the pilot came over, and he's like, "Seatbelt sign is on, folks. It's going to stay on, and it's going to be a bumpy ride." And I just about cried and shat myself at the same time.
No.
It was really turbulent. But at the same time, I kept repeating myself, it's just bumps in the road. And I could see the clouds. And I was like, I see where this crazy air is coming from.
And sometimes it's wind, is what pilots have told
wind,
me too. Is that if a wind, like, they're literally flying through the air, like, through the air.
Yeah.
So, like, if a wind is coming through from a direction that they're not flying directly at, it's going to, it could shift you.
Yeah. The plane is not going to have structural trouble, usually at all. You got like I've looked it all up, guys.
Yeah, believe me, Juliet is like okay, we've talked about this multiple times, because I now think that the information just makes its way to your Google account.
It does now. I know about like every plane that's ever crashed, because Google's like, "Did you hear about that one?" I'm like, "No." The reverse of what I want.
But yeah, I've literally never been on a plane that's had anything go wrong, and I've been on so many planes, like hundreds of planes, and nothing has ever gone wrong. I travel for work. I travel all the time.
You do travel.
I've never even had this stupid little oxygen thing pop out. You know that thing where they're like, make sure to secure it on yourself before.
I will crap my pants. I will just be like, it's over, and I'm gonna like run around. They're like, secure your mask before helping others. I'm just gonna be crying.
No!
Oh lordy,
just kill me now.
That's so worst. But there's different kinds of turbulence, and apparently, because I researched things till they're in the ground. Most people are going to experience moderate turbulence, and they'll think it's extreme, but it's not extreme.
It's not extreme. There is some extreme turbulence.
Oh yeah, well, extreme and severe. Severe turbulence is when the pilot has lost control of the plane, and like a piece of the plane has been ripped off, and that doesn't happen a lot. It does happen sometimes, but it doesn't happen a lot.
You also
that's severe turbulence. Extreme turbulence, it means they don't have control of the plane but nothing is like structurally damaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, there are things like air pockets, and I have experienced one of these.
Oh, what's that?
So you will literally just drop like 10,000 feet.
Why?
Because you hit an air pocket. There's a bunch of them over places like India.
Not going to India.
And some in the South Pacific, I believe. The one that I hit was when we were going to Thailand.
Huh.
And there was a weird wind pattern that day, and they had to take a different route, and it hit this air pocket. And about 15 minutes before it happened, the pilot came on and said, the bathrooms are closed for the next 25 minutes because we are potentially going to hit this air pocket, and we could drop between 5 and 10,000 feet.
My heart's already beating. I'm not even on an airplane.
We did not drop 10 or 5,000 feet. We dropped about 1,500.
Okay.
But holy Jesus God, even though I knew it was coming, it was so scary.
Of course.
But he literally came on, he's like, we have complete control. We know exactly where the air pocket is.
But we're still going to go there?
Well, they have to. Like, it's
know.
air traffic control that's sending them there.
Yeah.
So it's not safe. But if you get in that situation, it is okay. You are not falling out of the sky.
But you are falling, but you're fine.
No, yeah, you're just dropping. There's no air. It's basically like the oxygen levels are not, or whatever the levels are of the air that needs to be, it's not correct there. Yeah, it can't hold you up.
Air pockets.
It's like air density or something like that. Anyway, I was really young, so I really only remember this because my mom told me, but that's a scary thing, and that can happen. So just be aware.
Now I'm Googling air pocket.
No. I knew this was going to do this to you, Juliet.
But no, I think that's a good story to share because you're here, you're
'cause
sitting here, it's fine.
I'm fine. Everything's
It doesn't
fine.
happen often, but if it does,
You might hit your head on the overhead compartment if that
wear your
happens.
seatbelt, that's for one.
That's pretty much what he came on the thing to say. Like, you have to have your seatbelt on. Like, the flight attendants are not going to be up. Like, everything is locked.
Yeah. All right, so where do we want to travel? Like, let's end the podcast with like a top.
Ooh, okay. How
vacation.
about like, what are we doing this summer? Because I'm
we
not
do that.
traveling anywhere where I'm actually flying. I'm just going to Burning Man,
That's
which
far
is
away.
a packing feat in itself. Like, the packing cubes are coming.
Packing cubes, there's thousands. They're just like, march, here they are marching in the packing cube. Little packing cubes are marching
I
in.
might need another set.
Yeah, you're gonna need more than 8 for Burning Man. So, what kind of journey is that from where we go?
So that is a 12-hour drive with me and Joel and our trailer. And we have to go up to Reno, and it is about 2 hours outside of Reno. It is not a festival. It is a community experiment. We go out there and build a community with 60,000 people, and then we take the community down, and we leave no trace, and it's super fun. But, like,
cool.
the packing began yesterday.
And this,
really.
and this
I mean,
is,
I'm
by the
being
way, at the
ridiculous,
end
but
of August.
It's at the end of August. Yep.
It
if you want to
is-
know what it is,
Yeah.
Google it. There's so much information out there.
Burning Man.
Don't come without Googling it. Bad idea.
I'm sure people do. That sounds
There was
bad.
the first year I was there was literally a girl who we got there and we had already set up camp, and they got there and they were setting up camp, and she was like screaming at her boyfriend because he clearly like did not warn her. Like, they didn't have a shade structure. They only had a tent. They had like a teeny tiny, like, she was
probably
pissed.
didn't have
They
any
left.
food.
Oh, they left 2 days later.
Yeah, they probably didn't have any food.
Yeah, they did not know what they were getting themselves
Like, I
into.
researf if I'm going to go to San Diego for the weekend,
I
and
know.
I've been there hundreds of times, and I'm like, is anything new? Like, why how can you not research
Yeah.
a 10-day fest, whatever?
Yeah. So aside from that, in 2 years, in 2020, well, 2 summers, my mom wants to go to Greece.
Ooh, I'm coming.
I'm really excited about that one.
Greece is the best.
So I'll definitely be using a lot of these traveling tips for when I go there. I'm actually going to need all of your traveling tips from Greece because
I will. I'll give them to you. I have a Google Doc about it. I have Google Docs for everything. The only thing I have more of than tabs is Google Docs.
that's true.
That's very true.
But yeah. So where are you going to travel this summer?
Well, I did a lot of traveling already. I went to Colorado.
You did.
Which was bumpy. I mean, I guess plane flights are just bumpy now. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a lot of turbulence there, but went to Colorado. It was awesome. We spent some time in the mountains. Then I flew to Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri.
Don't recommend. Would not do again. And then let's see, where else am I traveling? I don't have any plans yet. We might go to Hawaii in December.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe Joel and I will go with you guys.
Yeah, you should come with us.
Because, I mean, Joel's family is in Hawaii.
He's Hawaiian, man. I think we should go there. But yeah, nothing in the future. I have places I want to go, though.
Ooh, where do you want to go?
I really want to go to Iceland.
Mm-hmm, me too. I want to go sit in that stupid blue lagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that. And it's only 8 hours away, which is like, why am I not going there?
Why are you not already there?
And I want to go.
Why are we not recording this podcast in Iceland?
We will. We'll have an Icelandic podcast coming.
Oh my God, that would be
in
awesome.
like a year and a half.
Yeah, maybe.
And I want to go up to the Pacific Northwest more, or maybe Yellowstone. But I would kind of want to drive maybe to those two, just so I could like see the mountains, because it could be like more of a camping trip thing. But
yeah, we can.
You could always fly and then camping trip.
That's true, but that's more of a pain in the ass. Then you have to fly with all your camping stuff. I don't even know how to do that. None of my packing cubes will work for camping things.
Tent pole doesn't fit into my carry-on. Yeah, that would be crappy.
Oh man.
So yeah, text in the comments.
Text in the comments.
Just comment in the comments.
Yeah, let us know where you want to go. Let us know if you have any cool packing tips. But yeah, make sure to follow us on all of our social media, you guys. We are clearly off topic on Instagram. Technically, we have a Twitter, but I'm not a good tweeter. So we do have a website now, clearlyofftopic.com, so make sure to check that out. That's where all the show notes are. If we've ever had a guest or an episode that you wanted more information about where we got our information from, they're all up there under show notes. Links to everything are on the website. Can't really think of what else to say here.
Drink Red Bear Roastery coffee, because it's 10% off if you are our friend.
Yeah, and you're our friend, so use Off Topic at redbearroastery.com and save some cash.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us where you're going. Tell us where you've been. If you have any tips on making me less of a scared flyer, let me know.
Definitely send her the most ridiculous ones you can find. We love you.
Bye guys.